A few months ago, it became public that you were being sued by your former manager for an outstanding bill of $20,000. Are these allegations true? And why do you feel like they're attacking you?
Unfortunately, there is some legal situation going on now. Of course, tabloids are always embellished,
Right.
And the fact is that it hasn't been made public is something that you gotta have to wonder where the source came from. All I can say is that I was served a couple of seasons ago on the show, and by my former, let's actually call her the truth, that she's a publicist. So
right.
it's there's a legal situation, but it's not to the extent that was portrayed. Let's just say that. And then I can get further details as soon as this is all fixed and cleared up. When it's not already been made public, like because it's not to that point, then you kind of wonder where the source came from. That's all I can say.
Okay. Gotcha. Also, in a lot of those press outlets, your husband, Matt, was accused of being controlling and demanding, which hurt your relationship with those
That's
managers.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, is Matt really to blame for this, or is the press have it wrong?
No.
Okay.
Matt has my best interest. Matt loves me and takes care of and protects, me as his wife. So, but no, all that crazy stuff, obviously, like I said, things need to be embellished. But, it's just, it was a clash of personalities, and, it can be, it's a whole lot that we can go over. But basically, it's a lot of embellishment, and, I feel like when you have a loved one, you'll go at any extent to protect them, and if someone doesn't like that, then, they're going to have something to say. So. Gotcha.
Okay, so the accusations of you guys having a rocky marriage and,
Oh, we do. I mean, that we do. I mean, that's on the show, but,
right.
and unfortunately, we have had major lows, and then, we try and build back up again, and it takes time. It takes longer than the few months that you've seen us, so, our whole relationship's only been 2.5 years, so there's been a lot that's gone on, and sometimes people take up to, 10 years to really get to that place where they want to be. So marriages always work. Marriage isn't perfect. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. We have had a rocky marriage, but it's not like I don't hold my own, because I sure as hell do.
Yeah. So are you on the verge of divorce, or is that not true?
No, well, it's that part you'll have to kind of watch play out on the show, because there's a lot more to that than just a yes or no answer. There's a lot going on. I'm not saying everything's perfect right now, even. It's definitely, there's a lot of variables in this problem, and you'll see that all unfold on the show. Okay.
And as far as him cheating on you, have you forgiven him for that, or is that part of the reason that it's been so difficult?
That's a work in progress. Like I said, for me, it's not something that I can just go, okay, great, we're great, and then move on like nothing ever happened. And I don't think any woman or man can, when they're in a marriage. So it's just like anyone else out there. It takes time, and that definitely plays an emotional toll on me. So, it's all, a compilation of a lot of things, and that's why it's really hard to put it out there now, but you can definitely, it definitely all unfolds from episodes to come.
Okay. So we'll get to all those answers in future shows.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, I have I told the listeners that we were going to be talking to you this week, and they wrote in some questions. I have one. It's a little strange and personal, but I was wondering, should I ask it and see if you want to answer it, or should
I can always say pass. So
okay. So this is from Jimmy Lewis from Athens, Georgia, wrote and said, do little women have smaller uteruses, and if so, does that affect your sex life?
What?
It's weird.
Okay, well, are we talking about uteruses where the babies are, for little women of my type of stature, achondroplasia, it's all skeletal. So all the insides, all the, everything. I mean, everything's the same. It's just skeletal. So.
Oh, okay.
So, the babies have just enough room as anyone else to grow. and sex-wise, I don't get that question. I don't get that part of the question.
I think it's saying, like, is it shorter, I guess maybe canal or however. I'm trying to understand.
I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Right.
Let's just say I have no complaints.
Sure.
I've had strangers walk up to me and say, so how do you have sex? I'm like, interesting. What's your name again?
I know.
Literally, like strangers. Yeah. Like it was just that they had to ask it. They didn't care. Like there was no personal space in there at all.
Wow.
Yeah. And if they're got a little kinky mind, well, that's not going to stop them, whether I'm tall or short.